I've collected over $2 million in cash from deals and leads that came through funnels, and I'm here to show you the only 3 steps that every funnel should have. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you a working funnel that we've used to collect over $300,000, and I'm actually going to break it down step by step. And so the first step that you want to have in your funnel is always going to be what we call a landing page. This is where your customers, your leads, your prospects, whatever you want to call them, are going to be landing early on in their buyer journey, and they typically don't really know what you have to offer. They're not as educated as you want them to be, and this is where you have the opportunity to educate them. Now, really quickly, just to give you an overview of this funnel, we always want to make sure that the funnel that you have has very consistent branding. So you want to have a logo that's scattered everywhere. Details do matter a lot. Like, some people don't actually edit their site icon to their logo and they have it like a ClickFunnels badge or something like that. That's terrible. You don't want to do that. You also want to make sure that your title is clear. Who are you? What do you offer? This specific offer is going to be for teaching people how to start like an Amazon business. So it's a coaching offer that's B2C. Now, if you take a look, the colors are also super appealing to the eye. The way we were able to get this done is by using Adobe Color Wheel. What's super cool about that tool is that you can literally just upload your logo. When you upload your logo, they'll spit out a color palette of colors that go well together with your color logo. So for this specific brand, you know, it's blue, yellow. So the buttons of the video and the background and everything is picked based off of that. So starting off, as you can see, the first important note here is going to be a nice big title that's legible, that's understandable to all customers. When people read that title, this is the most read thing on your page, by the way. So when people read it, they need to know exactly what you have to offer. So we're saying learn how to build an extra source of income by selling already existing brands on the largest marketplace in the world, which is Amazon. So when people read that, 1, it's engaging, 2, it catches their attention, and 3, you always want to have this type of subject line-ish looking thing where it's kind of like a subheader. And the subheader should address some of your customers' concerns of like, when I read this big title, what are my concerns going to be as an average consumer? Usually when people read something like that as a title, they're thinking, oh, well, I have a job. How can I start another business? So we're saying without quitting your job. Sometimes they're saying, damn, I don't want to go into debt and, you know, borrow a bunch of money to start a business. Well, you actually don't have to do that either. So we're addressing these concerns before they come up, or spending thousands on advertising. This is a huge concern that people have in this niche when they're consumers, because they think, hey, I need to go spend money on advertising, when they don't, because this offer teaches how to sell branded products. So we're addressing concerns. We're super clearly blasting out exactly what we offer. And then we have what we call a VSL. So this video right here is what we call a video sales letter. And you've probably heard that before, but it's literally what it's called. It lets you sell your customers on booking a call, or whatever your call to action is. In this case, it's booking a call. It basically lets you do that through a 3 to 10 minute video, depending on what it is that you offer. We actually script those for our clients. So if you're interested in getting this done for you, we would go ahead and script it for you from scratch. But what's super important to note here is that you want to make sure you have all kinds of things in this video. The video needs to have social proof. Who have you helped in the past and how has it gone for them? Why should somebody listen to you? What are some concerns they can have similar to the ones we just talked about earlier that you can address in the video as well? These are all things that need to be addressed in the video. We're not going to be going over that in too much detail here because we want to focus on the actual funnel logistics. So it's always good to have a clear CTA. A CTA is a call to action. The call to action in this specific funnel, as we said, is booking a call, where then they can go speak to a closer, and the closer can then close the deal, and obviously we can get the cash for that. Now, within your book a call or your CTA button, box, whatever you want to call it, it's always super important to let people know who you're trusted by. Any type of social proof. We like to have software companies that we use. Like, this offer uses a bunch of companies that are well known in the Amazon space as their softwares, as their tools. So that's who we're referencing here. But we're also referencing VaynerMedia, which is Gary Vee, because this specific creator has actually been referenced, or like he's been brought on a podcast with Gary Vee. So they're trusted by VaynerMedia, and it's a very good leverage point to have. So literally, there's no right or wrong. Like, if you want to have student testimonials here, you can. If you want to have some type of like, hey, we were featured on this offer, we were featured on this company, just have any type of social proof that you can. We also have these programmed where if somebody clicks on Sellerboard, or they click on Nepedo, or they click on VaynerMedia, it's going to go to each and every single one of those websites. So very, very simple, straight to the point. Most of the people who book a call usually are going to click the button either here or on the first page somewhere. The lower you go, the less likely people are to see it. But obviously, we're going to make sure that we optimize for the highest viewer rate. Now, we're still on the first page, but this is a super cool step that you should have to collect leads that don't book a call. And this right here is specifically what we call an opt-in. So this is a form that people can fill out to get some type of free thing from you. If it's a tutorial or whether it's a video or a newsletter or like whatever it is that you're offering them for free is your choice, but it needs to be something valuable that makes them want to enter their information to access it. You also want to make sure you have a a disclaimer for legal purposes that lets them know that they agree to getting texted by you, and basically just have this opt-in form. For this specific funnel, we have this being populated after 7 seconds of somebody on the funnel being there. So if they don't do anything in 7 seconds, they're just going to get that form which says, want to learn more about Amazon FBA, 100% free, simply enter your info below, and then they get a guide for it, and then they get added to our mailing list. So there's two things that you want to do with the opt-ins that you gather. One is that you want to have them be on an email list. And what an email list allows you to do is advertise to your customers and get them to book a call that way. You can send student testimonials through there or any type of free value you have. Our previous video on the channel was me going over how you can totally automate all of the emails that you send out. And that's a very cool resource for you to check out. So we'll have that somewhere here. You also want to have the ability to phone set your opt-ins. So this is where you get a phone setter. They're going to be dialing all of these leads that come in, having a conversation with them, finding out what their goals are, and seeing if they could be set on a call so that the closer can then go and speak to them. Now, social proof, social proof, social proof. I cannot stress this enough. Literally, whatever you have that you can show people as proof of you knowing what you're doing, you should be putting on your funnel. For this specific offer, this is a very successful Amazon seller. So he's had the blessing of having customers buy from his mentorship program, his coaching program, and then be very successful from it. And so he's done YouTube interviews, which is very smart, with these clients. You should definitely be doing this if you have the ability to. These are all already optimized for YouTube. They have a decent amount of views on YouTube as well, but we basically have all of them linked here with quotes that are specifically from the video. This is very, very important just to promote the authenticity. Each and every single student testimonial that we have here has a quote that is from the actual video where the student themselves say it. So for example, this person, if you just watch that video, the first 10 seconds you're going to hear is this: bro, you made me $1 million. You gave me $1 million worth of game. I made over 100K in 4 months. And his name is Joseph. So he says that the second somebody clicks on the video, then it cuts into the interview beginning and starting from there. So when somebody sees that you've quoted everything word for word correctly, they watch the video, it's a very positive experience that somebody can have. It's always going to increase the chances of them trusting you and their overall, chance of booking a call. So you want to have all of these things there on your funnel. This specific page has 9 interviews on there. By the way, this is still the same page. We're still on the same first step where the landing page is. It's just we're scrolling down. Once you are done with this part right here, if you want to keep scrolling, you will see this. It says, want to see some of our best student case studies. Then we have 9 interviews on there for people to check out. Then once people are done checking out the interviews, we want to again remind them that they're able to book a call and get the chance of experiencing similar results. So we're putting the same exact button that we had up top here. Just keep in mind that you should keep the same social proof that you had up there, keep everything consistent so they keep seeing it over and over again, and it's a good reminder. And then we're going to be giving them more testimonials. So this one specifically is going to be screenshots, not necessarily going to be videos. We actually have a lot more than the ones I put on here, but you can see these are all from the Discord community that we have within the offer that this owner is offering. So in their Discord community, people share their wins. Each and every single one of these was from this year. You can actually check out the dates for yourself. There's some positive experiences. They're clear. People can see that this is an Amazon seller screenshot where like people are reading their sales and things like that. So it's very good to have. Then you want to get another button in there. You guys can barely see it, but there's another button here that says, book a call or whatever. And they have the ability to book again. So again, more social proof, just stacking it as much as we can. And then you want to have a FAQ page. I don't think enough offers have this, especially in the coaching space. Any info offer should have an FAQ page. I cannot tell you how many clients we had that went on there like, hey, we read the FAQ and we saw that you guys weren't doing a get rich quick scheme, which we obviously aren't. Like, we're super honest with whatever we sell, right? This specific offer, the client is super honest about his results, super honest and transparent about the amount of work it takes to run an Amazon business, the amount of risk that's involved in it, because it's not a get rich quick scheme, and people are desensitized to like scammy guru stuff, right? Which is exactly why you want to be able to just have an FAQ that somebody can scroll down to and just read and kind of feel comfortable with frequently asked questions. You can come up with these as you like. We have one that says, do I need any type of experience before starting? It says no, explains why. How much money I need to start. That's very important because you want to have the ability to make sure they get on the call knowing what the cost of the service is going to be. Don't tell them your exact cost, just give them a general range of what they need to have. Even we have one that says, are there any risks? Which again is super, super important because obviously there are. There's no business that has no risk. So it says, of course, there's never guarantees in business. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme type of model, this is not for you. So super honest, and that just gets people to build more trust. And then we want to go ahead and have, again, more consistent logos and branding. You want to have a disclaimer like this. This is super, super important for legal purposes. What it allows you to do is basically release any liability of like people coming in and not being successful. It doesn't mean you should focus on your client results, but it does mean that you should be protected overall, because we're not promising results. We're promising to teach people the methods that got us and other people results, right, within the offer. That's how you should be thinking. So it literally just tells the customers that, this is just an educational training service. We don't offer a business opportunity, get rich quick scheme, so on and so forth. So just having something like this there keeps you protected, and you want to make sure you're compliant, having your copyright warnings and disclaimers everywhere as well. And then we're going to come across to the second page. So this right here is going to be the second page within a funnel. This is the second step. This is where people can go to book a call. So after somebody clicks one of these buttons, because they go to the same exact spot, they get sent into the booking page. This is where you want to, again, maintain your good branding, have some type of interactive features like this progress bar right here. You want to let them know that this is also going to be a step 1 of 2, so there's another step next, so they know not to click off after they're done here. And then you also want to embed whatever booking software you use for your calendar on here as well. I've seen people where, like, if you click book a call, it takes them to a calendar link that's like on the Calendly website, where now you lose all control of showing them more testimonials or collecting their emails or whatever. It's terrible. Don't do that. Make sure you custom code the actual calendar into your website. So here we have the program application where people can book a call. We actually let them know what the call is for, so we can minimize any type of error margin there, and then just lets them choose a time. Once they click the time they want to do and the day they want to do, it also lets them obviously fill out an application where we're going to know how much money they have, what their name is, email, phone number, so on and so forth. And the most important metric here is going to be availability. So like, you have to just make sure that the calendar appointments that they're able to book, there's a lot of them. Of course, if you're booked up, you can't really control that, but just make sure whoever it is that is taking your calls has their calendar open as much as possible. The next thing that they're going to be able to see when they scroll down is going to be more student testimonials. So again, social proof, social proof, social proof. So we just have the same 9 that we had earlier in the funnel, but just scrambled up. So the video that was 4th is now 1st, 2nd is now 7th, whatever. Now it's scrambled up so people can see new ones. Because obviously the 9th interview, they're less likely to watch, but we just have that there for the purpose of people being able to see more experiences, more client testimonials from different people, different ethnicities, different backgrounds, and just show them that it's possible, right? You want to have a disclaimer as well. Whenever you show student interviews, it's always important to have a disclaimer. So this one says, P.S. These clients have achieved incredible results, and a big part of that success comes from their dedication, applying the strategies, so on and so forth. So it says, because of this, it's important to note that we can't guarantee your results will be identical, which obviously nobody can. Whoever says they can is lying, right? So that's very important to have there. And you can imagine how a customer goes on here, he's trying to book a call, still overthinking it. Maybe I shouldn't, maybe it's a scam, maybe it doesn't work, maybe there's no chance of it working, maybe these guys are liars and they have no idea what they're talking about. So they scroll down. They see a bunch of interviews that they can now watch, and if they just watch one of these, which is a customer that had a good result, they'll feel a lot better and they'll likely book a call. So again, once they decide, hey, you know what, I watched the video, I want to be able to do it, you don't want them to like scramble, okay, where do I go to get, book a call? And now they're backing up to the first page. Most people who click off actually get stuck in some type of dilemma like that. So you want to just literally have the button there again. Same exact button we had earlier. You can change up the copy from ready to take action. If you put that on the first page, have this one be like ready now, right? Just change it up, have the same social proof there. And when somebody clicks the book a call button, it should scroll them back up to the calendar. Again, we want to have more screenshots. So these are different screenshots than the ones we had on the first page. And again, these are all very new. So like, these are all from this year. You do not want to have stuff that's outdated. If you have stuff on here that's like 2021, customers are going to be like, what the hell, it's 4 years ago. that means you probably haven't had more students, you probably haven't had more success, so they're not going to want to, deal with you, which is exactly why you should have hand-picked screenshots and testimonials that are from people that actually worked with you, that were real, that actually made money or did whatever it is that you're promising people, you could teach them how to do. And from there, have them get the confidence to then go back up and book a call. We then have the FAQ page here again. So it just says have questions or concerns, and it has the same questions that we had on the main page. Because again, these are the most common questions. We address almost every single concern in each and every single one of these drop downs. This is custom coded into the website footer, so every single page is going to have this, and then it just has another book a call button, so they can just click on it and then scroll all the way back up here. By the way, this little button right here that says questions or concerns, if somebody was to click that when they're about to book a call, hey, I have a question or concerns, it says click here for frequently asked questions. Once they click, it scrolls them all the way down to the FAQ. They can read up on the FAQ, get some clarity, book a call, go back up and choose a time. Then you have the same universal footer, which is going to be your your logo right here, your disclaimers all over here, your copyright. That should all be the same on every single page. Now, the last step that you want to have in your funnel is always going to be some type of confirmation page. So this is the third step within your process. This is after somebody books a call. This is extremely important for what happens after they've booked a call, meaning, are they going to show up? Are they going to show up prepared? Are you going to be able to collect from them? What kind of obstacles are they going to be met with when they speak to your salesperson? So it's usually just addressing any common objections, any common reasons they wouldn't purchase from you. Just letting them know what they need to do to be prepared. So with the way that looks is now we're letting them know this is step 2 of 2, and it has another title. It says watch this 2-minute prep video and wait for our text. So they know they need to be texted by a closer to confirm the appointment. And then it says not done yet. Click and watch the video below to confirm your spot. So somebody's reading that thinking, damn, I booked the call, but my spot isn't confirmed yet. So this is similar to what we had earlier within the VSL. We actually use a software called Vidalytics for this, I think. Something like that. You can search it up. I'm sure you'll find it. It's like $60 a month. Very cool tool. It lets you control the colors of like all of these messages and things like that. But what we're doing in this 2-minute video is we're making sure people are in a quiet environment, as you can see in the edits. They have their camera on. We want to make sure they have a notepad and pen so they know it's serious. And then we want to make sure all the decision makers are present. So like wife, partner, brother, whoever it is that they have to talk to before making the decision needs to be there. We're also letting them know like a little bit about how much capital they need to get started. So for this specific offer, you need to have anywhere from like $3,000 to $4,000 set aside. We do have payment plans, so we'll let them know that in the video too. And just make sure that they are a little bit more, literally you're like using this as a tool to prevent things from coming up that can prevent the sale. So you're like you're framing it for a one-call close, which is I also have a video on this on my channel where I go over all the things you need to have in your confirmation video so that you can have a one-call close. Now the next thing that you want to have is you want to just give them some type of free resource, and this should usually be something that further prepares them for the call. So we're actually giving a free ebook that we charge money for usually, but because they booked the call, we're giving it to them for free. In that free ebook, we're going to be going over things like, what are some common challenges that Amazon sellers face? Why does this model work? What is the model? Where do we find products? Just some basic overview of things that they may have questions about when they're getting on the call, just so we can get that out of the way beforehand as well. Keep in mind at this point, once they've booked the call, if you have a sales team set up properly, your closer, your setter, someone on your sales team should be reaching out to confirm all of these details that you have here. Your salesperson should be reaching out to the customer, making sure they're good for the time and that they're going to be prepared with all of the variables that they need to have ready as well. Then you want to have these interviews. So again, if somebody didn't book these watch these interviews before booking the call, or if they may be booked without going through the first 2 steps, right? Like let's say you had like a phone setter talk to them. The client never watched any videos or anything, never clicked book a call. Your setter reached out to the person, got them to book a call. They have never seen the interviews in the first place. You also want to have them here for that reason. So the same 9 interviews are there, but again, they're scrambled one more time so people can get more videos watched if they have watched them. And if they haven't, you're letting them know as a sales guy, like if you're the setter or the closer, you're saying, hey, before our call, I need you to watch at least 2 of these interviews that are here. And if they watch 2, that then only then will they be prepared for the call. So people go and watch them beforehand, because again, you're literally getting a video interview with somebody who is where you're at, who's where you want to be now, and they just did it a few months back. So it's like a super cool way to get them warmed up and ready to buy, while also making sure they know what they're getting themselves into. Lastly, we want to have an FAQ page. So again, same exact FAQ is there. Once somebody books a call and they're confirmed, they may still have concerns. They may be thinking, hey, well, maybe I don't want to show up because these guys are fishy or whatever. They might still have concerns after booking, so just make sure that they're there to be addressed. Again, each and every single one of these addresses one of the most common concerns people have in this space, then have the same disclaimer there for people to check out as well. Now just keep in mind this is a very basic rundown of like what the most basic funnel can have, but this is literally all you need. Anybody who tells you need some type of like, you need like 4 pages, 6 pages, 8 pages, you need to have this sequence ready for this if this person doesn't buy. These are all super complicated things that you can have later on in your business once you're at 50, 100K a month. For now, for you, like again, this has collected us and has the potential to collect us hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. So that's all you need. This is literally all you need. Having a landing page, then having a booking page that people can then book at, and then having a confirmation page where they can be prepared for their call with their salesperson. Just keep in mind, if you don't have a good closer, if your sales process on the back end after they book a call is not done properly, then that's when you can lose a lot of conversions. But in terms of an actual funnel where customers can interact with you, where they can decide if they want to book a call, that is all you need. Now, setting all of that up yourself is definitely doable. If you want us to do it for you, though, the same way we did it for Ant Beal and AMZ Trappers, we can actually do it for you. If you want us to set up the entire funnel for you from scratch, come up with your brand colors, script your VSL for you, and make sure that you have the proper order as we went over in this video. Or maybe you even want to have closers hired, or you want to build a sales team, you can go ahead and click on the link in the bio and you can book a call with me directly. My company, ScaleFuse, can do that for you. We'll get on a call, we'll decide if it's a good fit, and if it is, we'll talk about the next step. So other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. Next video is going to be a bit more information on this one, so make sure you are prepared for that, and I will see you guys in the next one.